Hello, hello. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Hello, Dan. Good to see you or hear from you, Dan. Wonderful. Very nice. And Hugo. Okay, there's a little something with the live stream. Not so good. Oh. Wait. Oh no. Okay, the streaming is all right. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, I hope everybody is all right, doing okay, or just, well, doing whatever you do. If you are here for the first time on the streaming, you can connect with me through Skype. You can send me messages there and ask me questions about your situation, about how you feel, your challenges, or just to connect and to exchange about your story. And so you can do this through Skype by writing, but you can also do this through a live talk here on the stream. And then you just let me know, and then I'll call you once I have finished my talking here. So that's usually the way it works. You can also donate to my work at the top of my channel, and also at the about button, or the about chapter, there's a donate button. So that's wonderful if you donate, and I have already received a couple of donations, which is really fantastic, and it keeps me going, and it's just wonderful. Okay, so that's that are the practical things. So today I'll talk about leaving this moment. Because that's what most humans try to do, to leave this moment, or to go somewhere away from the experience that you're having, the moment where you just are as you are, and whatever is happening. We try to get somewhere in the future, or you are still very busy with something in the past. And so you try to leave this moment unconsciously because of patterns, because of conditioning, because of traumas. And this is also supported and stimulated in life, especially in Western society, to get somewhere, because that is actually what this whole world keeps turning in economics, in getting people hooked on certain things, wantings, desires, the ideas of you getting something and then becoming something. That's all what this whole world is focused on. So yeah, it's just what comes in this Western package of life and this experience. But the thing is, you can never leave this moment. You can never leave this moment, because there is only this moment. Right now, this moment. This, my talking, my gestures, the perception, the sensations I have in my body, whatever is happening for you, that is the only moment that's here. So whatever might happen for you doesn't really happen. Maybe it happens for you that you are busy with the future, the idea of a future, and that makes total sense, because this world is set up like that. But it doesn't actually happen. It's just an idea that pops up in your mind, because that's the way the mind functions. It's actually like the eyes pop out of your head, and your eyes are the extension of your brain. And your eyes are also interpreting things, even without you wanting to. It just interprets things to make some kind of logic out of it, even though it's just a upside down image being interpreted. So in a way, in a sense, when you are living and you are having this idea that you are someone, that you are a person, and that you are going somewhere, or that you're coming from somewhere, that is all just an upside down story. It's not true. Because there's just this presence that is expressed in endless, unlimited forms, ways, materials, but in the end it's all energy, it's all quantum physics, it's all just molecules being expressed. And molecules or energy is always moving, it's always changing, it's never getting anywhere. It's just the movement of these energies, and these energies have experiences. It's like, for me, this life is such an amazing experience, and every moment again is so different. There's never a same moment. There's always this unique moment that that happens right now. Hi, Hennessy Rogers. So I speak about trusting the organic flow of life, because that is what you are. There's only that movement, and in this movement you are this unique expression. You have your unique flavor, your unique character, your authentic expression, energy, but it's an energy thing. And you know what this is. It's not something new for you. Maybe mentally or intellectually, you would like it to be something that you can really grasp. You can grasp this idea, you can start to get it, but you can't really get it because there is nobody there who gets it. You are this beautiful energy which you can never leave. It can never leave you, and you can never leave it. And I know there's a lot of people that experience heaviness and a lot of challenges in life, in daily life, in routines, and that's part of living. Life isn't per se easy, so we have to deal with that dynamics of just things that we have to arrange, do. So I'm here to remind you, or to exchange, to connect in this in our common and similar, exact same energy. Because when you see that there's nothing that separates us, and that you are whole and perfect as you are, and that life is a movement, and you can go with the movement, you can go against the movement, but that's all here. Whatever is happening is happening. You can't decide, well, you think you can decide that I'm going against the movement, or because of patterns, conditioning, you are going against it, like, you are more like a rebel, or you try to resist, or that's the way you have experienced stuff in your life. So then you might do that. But in the end, that's just not what you are. What you are is always flowing, even though you might, as a person, as a personality, not experience it. You might feel stuck, and you feel unsatisfied or unfulfilled. But this unfulfillment it rises from separation and the illusion of an idea that you have about yourself. Like the idea that you can leave this moment, you can get away from these challenges, you can, you can leave this moment. And you can ask yourself, would you like to change anything? Would you like to change things about yourself? Would you like to be living a different kind of life? Would you like to get away from things that are hard for you? I'm sure there's plenty of people that would like to get away from things. And that's so logical. It's so normal to having this this longing rising, because you found yourself trapped or identified with an idea, or with a certain kind of loop that is happening. But the loop is not actually happening. The identification is not actually really happening. It's the idea that clings to you. And you can start to experience differences. It's good to explore different areas of experience. Like, for example, when you are very, very much a person that's very much in your mind, or just focused your thoughts, or your mind is very, very much your focus, also maybe as a character, because that's possible. then doing things like being busy physically, or just putting your shoulders on some challenging job or something, or maybe being of service for others. So that could really help to forget your ideas. And for example, this weekend we had to clean a caravan that my father left us, and I was with my brother and sister, but they were doing another cleaning job. And then I was doing this caravan with my niece, and she's 9 years old. And she at first didn't feel like doing this, but then I just started to do it. And then while I just started, she just hopped on this. Yeah, this my focus was to just get this thing cleaned and to take all the stuff out. And then before we knew it, we were just like in a flow, and we were just doing things, and we were really, it was a very nice nice dynamics, and it went all very easy. And just by doing, and we didn't have to talk, like I had to tell her, like, you have to do it like that. I gave her the trust to just also help to clean, because she liked to do that. And um, and that's beautiful. If you can give trust to your environment, then you can also receive this trust, because that's actually what you need, or in a way maybe what you long for, to get the trust that you are okay, to feel or to experience the trust that you are good as you are, or as you are doing. And of course you can improve your way, you can improve your doing and your awareness about your conditioning and patterns, and diving into your psychology. That's all very good, because having insights about these things are very valuable. But just doing stuff is just relaxing the mind, and then doing things also in a generous way, like not like, you can do things and you can still feel this very contracted energy, but you want to let go of this contracted energy. You want to feel like, if you meet someone that's very welcoming and very loving, and then you feel very you feel like this openness and this trust and this unconditional love. Well, that's what you are. That's what you long for. This unconditional love, this self-love, is that's what it is. And you can start to search for it in others, or others that should give it to you, because that's what you need. Or actually, it's what you need, but it's what you want. But by wanting, it will slip away. Wanting is also a contracted energy in a way. It's limited. But if you let it loose, if you let it come to you, it will not just come to you, but it will rise from where you are. Because in this surrender to your presence, the light will fall and it will just drop down. Uh-oh. Oh, well, okay. Doesn't work. Okay, let's see. Who's saying what? Oh, hi Hugo. Great that you're back. I wonder what happened, but Good. Good that you're here. So if these people would like to share things, ask things, do let me know. You can send this through my Skype address, which is Ligi Live. And if you want to donate, you can do this also there. No, not on Skype, I mean, but on my channel. I give the streamings 4 times per month, every week, 1 hour, or sometimes longer, or sometimes a little bit less. And everybody can just join this, because I think it's important and I think it's beautiful. We can connect here and make a little community with people that are all resonating on this, or have recognition, or are challenged in life. So feel free. When you take yourself too seriously, life can become really heavy. And I know, because I've experienced this. Life was at times very heavy for me, very challenging. And it had mainly to do because I was taking myself too seriously. And what I mean with taking yourself too seriously is that the ideas that you have, or that rise in your mind, that you think that they are true about yourself, but they're not. They're just perceptions, and these perceptions are totally they are subjective, because from a personal view your ideas are always subjective. The objective view is impersonal. It's not involved in your personal situations. It's not involved in judgments or judgments, convictions, and stuff like that. The objective view is always open and unconditional, because that is presence, that is this moment, the openness of the moment. And your seriousness or your limited view and beliefs, ideas, are usually the ones that make you suffer, that make you feel separated, that make you feel that you're incomplete, that you would like to get somewhere, that you would like to become something, because if you become something, then you might feel fulfilled. Or if you would get this partner, or if you would gain the lottery, then you would feel complete. But that kind of completeness is totally subjective. You can also have these ideas about yourself that you have to be in a certain way, to present yourself in a certain way. And of course, with me, because I'm presenting myself on the internet, it also happens that I have thoughts about how I can present myself. And because I'm a creative person, so I have all different kind of ideas. But in the end, it always just happens that I just jump into a role. And like now, my role is to talk, and my role is to share my views and my experiences and to connect in it. And my role is to send this information. But on the other hand, you're not just receiving it, you're also sending, but not maybe verbally, or maybe also because you're sending me messages or questions. But the thing is that we all have all the time changing roles, so there's not just one fixed situation. And that is the way everybody and everything just lives. Cats and birds, and all animals, they do what they do. They make the nest, they have their role play, they search for pleasant situations, comfortable places for cats to lay in the sun and to sleep, and easy ways to get food. And all these roles are always changing, even though there might be some condition, also physical conditionings, that return. It's like a routine. I see that with my cats. They just have quite regular times of the day that they want to have food, or that they are more playful, that they're more awake, and other moments of the day they're more sleeping. So okay, these are kind of habits. So we have a conditioned body, but that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Your body doesn't have any ideas. It's the story that comes up in your mind that has ideas. That it's not okay the way you behave, or that you're supposed to be different. You should be different than what you do, because if you are different, you would get approval. You would be loved. You would feel better. Or you would feel even complete or successful. Hennessy writes, can one recondition oneself to see that what you think you are is wrong? I think the question is not to recondition yourself to see that what you are is wrong, but to see what you are, to see what you actually really are. Because if you start to see what you actually really are, there's no wrong, there's no right. There's just your presence. There's just the fact that you are. Your mind has nothing to do with it. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing good. Just the actual presence of you being here in this moment. That is what it is, Hennessy. I'm starting to think that this is a very exclusive stream because, you know, I know there's not many people that are really into this subject, even though there's quite a lot of people that are interested in it. But we really have, there's not many views, and I just think that I'm gonna make this into a very exclusive experience, and I think that's probably, yeah, a very good idea actually, because it brings a bigger intimacy, it brings a bigger value to the actual experience, because that's what humans like. Humans like attention and connection, and also the sensation of the intimacy. And I think that YouTube and live streaming has a very good possibility for this. It's really, it's quite, yeah, that's what you can do. But the thing is, I think that a lot of people are just so distracted with We're just getting away, we're just escaping this moment. And escaping this moment means that you are leaving yourself, which in the end you can never leave yourself, because this is what you are. But you don't know what you're missing. Connecting to your body might help to follow your breath, to see where it is, to connect to your belly, and to close your eyes and to just feel beyond looking and beyond speaking and beyond even listening or receiving sounds that we perceive or interpreted as words. If you do this, if you allow yourself this vulnerability, then all your ideas might just be completely irrelevant to this moment, and so also to what you are. So I think that is the question, that's the answer to your question, Hennessy. To allow yourself to be vulnerable and to connect in that with yourself, to be really honest with yourself in maybe feeling uncomfortable or feeling the need to escape this. Just to allow it. Yeah, damn it, I can't stand this moment. I just can't stand this. I just want to get rid of it. It's too painful. And to allow this pain, to let it in and to be gentle with it. It's just a sensation rising in your body. The only thing that can die is an idea. The only thing that you can lose is this idea. Your body is ever loving, is ever unconditionally just here. It doesn't have any wants, it doesn't have any, it does have needs, but not in a mental way. It's just making sounds in your stomach, in your tummy when you your body needs food, or you get very dry throat when you're thirsty. It doesn't have problems with it, but the mind makes it into another kind of thing. Last week you mentioned Buddhism, exploring the mind in a way to recondition yourself to see what you think you are is not what you are. Yeah. So what would you like to know about that, Hennessy? Hi Dan, I just got your mail. I will read it later. I didn't read it yet, so that you know. Okay? I saw it was quite a long mail, so I'll get back to you about it. Isn't it just amazing that we can do this? How to do it, Hennessy? You mean how to start to see what you think you are is not what you are? Well, the thing is that your desire to learn how to do it is blocking you. You should actually not be busy with how to do anything, because there's no technique. There's just life that's giving you all the experiences, all the challenges, especially the daily things, the routines. Connect with that. Live life. Don't escape it. That's your biggest teacher. Connect with your body, with where you are, with your sensations, with how you feel, or maybe with that you don't know how you feel, what's rising or what's coming up. So instead of escaping this moment and trying to learn another concept or an idea or a technique, there is no technique. There's no fixed technique for you or for anybody to learn about what you actually are, because you are, and you're probably beautiful, like everybody is. Everybody has their conditioning, and that is something that you can work on. You can I mean, I can talk with you and work on your psychology and your patterns, and to be more conscious about where you come from in that sense, because it can be very clarifying. It can give you insights, and you can start to learn more about your likes and about your dislikes, and about your talents, your characteristics, and your authentic flavor, your authenticity. But see it as an exploration. There's not one recipe. It's impossible. There can't be one recipe for doing something so that you can know what you are. Because the only thing actually that there is that you are. It's really as simple as that. There's nothing more and there's nothing less than it. I'm a set of habits. Yes, in a way you are, Hennessy. Physically and mentally, we are, in a way, you could say we're robots, because it all goes automatically. There's not any control of what we actually do. It just happens. It happens that my cat just gets on my lap and I start to stroke her. I don't consciously think about it. Oh, I have to stroke her or something. She does her things too. She's also an automatic kind of system with flavors, with preferences. She's very different than my other cat. So we are unique, we are authentic, but there's no problem in it. There's actually the beauty of this authenticity. And there's also the beauty of habits. It doesn't have to be a problem. It can be beautiful. You probably have your habits, I have mine, and everybody has their unique ways, which can be inspiring or can be challenging for yourself and or your environment. But you can change certain habits as well by becoming more aware of them. Habits and conditioning is just a program. But you know that also with animals or dogs or cats, if there's something that you don't like about their behavior, you can try to recondition them. You can say, no, you can't do this. But especially with cats, they're just so, it's just such a strong conditioning, such a strong character, that they can't stop doing what they're doing. It's very difficult. It just every time comes up again. And because we have these ideas that it should be like this, and we don't like this, and that's inconvenient, or we don't like that, we also keep repeating this conditioning. We can't, it's difficult for us to stop doing this because we have also our preferences. And yeah, so yeah, and the reconditioning would actually exactly would just change the habits to a new set, which is fine. It's all right. There is not a fixed something. Nothing is fixed, Hennessy. It's just life exploring itself. And you are just a little tiny part of it. Tiny, tiny little part of that exploration. Which also, if you look at it from a non-linear, objective point of view, it's just a blink of an eye. And it's just so amazing. It's fascinating. The way you are, the way everybody is. Our differences, the differences of our cultures, the differences of our conditioning, yeah, everything. I shared a video on Facebook about language, and that, for example, in Australia, there's the Aboriginals, and they don't use like directions. They don't say left and right, or go straight or go back. They use language as they use the directions. No, sorry. What I want to say is that they have different words to express what we use in like left, right, and straight and backwards. They say like left is like, I think, east, and right is west. And so, yeah, there's all this amazing different, I mean, this is very different from the Western culture. But there's all these different expressions of life, and it's just fascinating, actually, and beautiful. But in the end, it's all energy uniquely expressed. And then there's more people that are using this concept to communicate. But communication doesn't end with words, Hennessy. It doesn't end with an idea. Communication is energy. You don't have to sit next to someone on a bench to have get a certain kind of feeling. You would feel comfortable sitting next to that person, or you would start to feel uncomfortable, or you'd start to feel threatened, or you would start to feel curious, fascinated, or maybe even you are attracted to that other person. And so the energy is beyond words. This exploration of life may be tiny in the scale of things, but it feels important because it's uniquely mine. Yes, it is. It is beautiful. It's beautifully important in the sense that it is uniquely you with your flavor. It is absolutely beautiful. And it's part of this game of life, the expression of life. I know that John can't be here now, which is a pity because on Tuesday night he has is teaching someone, I think, playing the guitar, which is beautiful. And of course, it's a pity that he can't be here on the streaming, which he sent me a message that he can't be here. But on the other hand, just think about the fact that somebody is now teaching someone to play the guitar, and isn't that just beautiful? I mean, he can't be here, but there's something else happening. Um, you know, and I also really think it's beautiful. I really love the fact that, you know, every day there's something new that you can learn by just opening up to this experience, to allow yourself to experience new things and to be curious and fascinated about life instead of, I think, to keep to what you know and to stay in your comfort zone and the idea of a comfort zone or something like that. But if you open up, if you let yourself be fascinated and be challenged in a way, it might not be easy. Learning new things can be challenging, yes, and might be difficult or hard at first. But once you get yourself this, give yourself this chance, and children do it all the time. Children do take challenges all day long because they're like sponges. They just want to experience life. They just want to taste life because they're not so much fixed and focused on how it should be, where it has to go to, but they just want to taste it and go with it and let themselves be, yeah, taken in an adventure and ideas, but not so fixed. It's going from one idea, jumping from one idea to the other, and that's the flexibility of your being. It is not fixed. Hennessy says, I'm trapped in the importance of me. Yes, I guess you are. And that's okay. Maybe you should just accept it. Accept the fact that you are trapped in this idea instead of resisting it. Accept that you are completely self-absorbed and yeah, don't fight it. Don't fight the fact that you are completely self-absorbed. Give it give it space, allow it in. The pain you feel from it, the separation or the contracted energy or whatever that comes up for you, it's not a bad thing. There is no such thing as good and bad. There's just what's actually happening for you. And this thing that's happening is an idea, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ow, Floor. Ga er maar even af. You can say goodbye. Bye bye. Bye. Oh, ga er maar even af. Kom. Hup, hup. Yeah. Okay. So that's my very sweetest flow or Floor. She always wants to cuddle. She can't stop doing that. Ow. She just can't stop cuddling. There's no problem with it. Okay, lovely people. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it is. You know the answers, Hennessy. You know it. You just have difficulty with just letting it happen to you. Just letting it be. Fighting it strengthens it. Yes, it does. And you know that the way of the least resistance is what life is about. Water goes easily with the least of resistance. If you try to grab something, it goes, you lose it. If you allow things to just flow through you, there's not really a problem. And well, apart from the fact that we physically exist like 80% of water, you can imagine what actually is happening energetically on a physical level. We just experience lots of things, and in this experience itself, there's no resistance. Because it just goes and does and yeah, moves. It's not fixed. It always moves. The mind makes it into a fixed idea. Okay, well, unless there's somebody who wants to talk, ask me something, I will I will end the live stream for tonight. See you next week, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Dutch time. You can always check my website or see if there's new uploads. You can, of course, subscribe to my channel, and then you can receive direct notifications of new uploads and also when I go live. But then you have to also click the bell when you subscribe. So I hope this was a good streaming for you, and that you had something that was helping you. And thanks, Hugo. See you soon. Nice that you were here. And well, we'll speak soon. Okay, bye bye.